So, Chris, we're a week on from Scotland now, and it's been a bit of a mixed week for you guys training because of the weather. You've been all over the place, really. How's that affected preparations for Italy?
Not too dramatically, to be honest. I mean, it's one of those things where you always have to be ready, just to kind of get on and go with it. I mean, wherever you travel to, you have to make sure that when you get there, you can't have a time to kind of have a lapse. You need to make sure those first 5 minutes you're ready to train and kind of get straight into it. I mean, if that happened on the weekend, on a Saturday, where something affects maybe is slightly delayed or something like that, you need to make sure that when you kind of that first whistle goes, you're ready to go, because you give the Italians a kind of 5-minute head start to build up a head of steam, and they're going to be a hell of a force to try and stop.
And Stuart, in his press conference, alluded to the fact that actually the extra travelling this week could have helped to bring the team together a bit, everyone spending a bit more time together. The squad's been together for 4 weeks now. What sort of atmosphere has built up around the squad?
Yeah, there's a great atmosphere, and kind of only with time we'll be able to kind of build up closer relationships and stuff like that. We've got a couple of characters in the squad who kind of keep the bus entertained on long trips and stuff like that, which are always useful when you need some of them. But it is all about kind of getting to know each other really well, so that when a certain guy goes into contact, you know exactly how he wants to play, if he's going to pass, if he's going to offload, if he's just going to take it in. And as long as you kind of build up these relationships, the more you train, the more you get to know each other, hopefully our game understanding will become a lot better.
And how is that leadership group emerging as well? Stuart's talked about you as the captain, but then a group of lieutenants around you.
Yeah, I mean, they've been great. I mean, every one of them supports me, whether that's in the game or in training. I mean, they've been the guys kind of helping to drive the training sessions. Of course, we've got the coaches and Stuart kind of overviewing and kind of giving us a point of view that he wants to get across, and the way the sessions want to go. And he's kind of said, OK, it's over to you. You're good enough players to lead this kind of thing. And I think that's very important. I mean, because come weekend, I mean, it's about you guys actually on the pitch and you're kind of experiencing the emotions during the heat of battle. And at times you need a couple of clear heads to be able to take themselves away from that and say, OK, this is best for the team and we need to go along that way, whether it's myself or one of the other guys.
You're facing an Italy side this weekend that has something like 700 caps in it. Does that put you on the back foot at all?
I'm not really sure. I mean, you go away from home, you probably think you're on the back foot as well with experience. Who knows? I mean, I'm sure it'd be a great place to go and play. Going over there in front of 72,000 fans, passionate Italians, you know exactly what you're going to expect, but it's about kind of controlling what we can control, and that's making sure that when that first whistle goes, that we are mentally ready. We know exactly what's going to come out at us, the structures they want to play, how we want to play, and how we want to try and control the game. Of course, it's going to be a very tough challenge to go over there, and hopefully we've learned a bit from the Scotland game and we can improve. But first and first, we'll just focus on that first 5 minutes and making sure we hit the road running.
What are you expecting from Italy in that first 5 minutes?
Like whenever you get any Italian side, they've improved a lot over the last couple of years, and you saw how they took the French on last week. I only saw like we saw the first 20 minutes or so before we went off to play our game, and they're actually playing a lot more rugby this year. They're playing kind of 10, 11 phases. They've got a 10 who's very passionate, but the passion they have within the side and within every player is going to be hard to stop, and we've got to make sure we match that both physically and mentally, so that when they do come out of steam, and so do we.
And the man who epitomises that for them, I suppose, is Parise. How important is it going to be for you and the rest of the guys in the back row to try and neutralise him at the breakdown and around the fringes?
Yeah, not only him, they've got some great players throughout the whole squad. And he was one of the best in the world, and he was one of their talismans. But I mean, you look throughout the team and they've got a number of players who are key to them, and everyone out there, like I said earlier, they're getting a lot better year on year. You saw last year they beat France in Italy. So we're under no illusions. We know exactly how hard it's going to be, and we're going to take nothing for granted going down there. And
for you personally, looking forward to leading England out again?
Yes, it's pretty special, isn't it? To not only play for your country, but to get to captain them is a huge honour. But one, I do need a lot of the guys around me. It's not a one-man job. Of course, I make the final decisions here and there and kind of have an overview, but I need the other leaders and the other people in key positions, whether it's running line out, scrums, defence and attack, to make sure that we are all functioning together as a team, and it's about us 15 on the pitch, kind of going there and improving on what we did last week and hopefully taking English rugby forward again.